Assalamu alaikum. Previously, we talked about some theories that played an influential role in explaining how a language is being acquired, whether the first language or the second language. If you remember, we talked about the first attempt to explain the process of language acquisition that made by the behaviorist view of language acquisition, and it started with the endeavor made by Skinner, who's originally a psychologist, then extended his investigation to language. Following that, and following the critics against behaviorism theory, other approaches appeared, such as contrastive analysis, hypothesis. Following that, and after the critics against the validity of contrastive analysis hypothesis appeared the error analysis hypothesis, which is regarded as an extension of the weak version of contrastive analysis. Contrastive analysis actually shifted the emphasis from comparing to the systems of two languages in contrast into focusing into the errors. So the focus in contrastive analysis actually shifted from predicting errors before their real occurrence to actually uh, trying to diagnose the errors after their occurrence and treating them. So contrastive analysis is a linguistic analysis employed by researchers to study the errors produced by L2 learners. The importance of learners' errors emerged with the work of Corder in 1967, who published a research paper titled The Significance of Learners' Errors. So Corder views errors as red flags, providing evidence of learners' progress in second language acquisition. So according to Corder, errors are not a product of imperfect learning or acquisition of the language or faulty imitation as shown by behaviorism. Rather, errors are indication of learner's attempt to develop his or her L2 competence. So according to contrastive analysis, errors are actually shifted from undesirability, okay, to something that learners or a tool used by learner in order to learn and acquire the language. So errors are important for researchers according to contrastive analysis hypothesis because they provide answers to questions such as how do learners acquire L2, what methods learner use to acquire the second language. So error analysis is different from contrastive analysis in that it looks all possible sources of errors and not viewing native language influence as the only source of errors. Thus, we could say that error analysis elevates the status of errors from undesirability, as we said before, to a device or a tool used by learners in order to proceed with the process of learning or acquiring the second language. So error analysis elevated the status of errors from something that need to be completely eradicated, to something that need to be addressed and can be advantageous sometimes to learners so that learners can correct themselves and benefit from their errors, and they're actually a sign of learning rather than a sign and development rather than a sign of in imperfect acquisition. يعطيكم العافية.